What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another banger. This Marble Snap video is gonna give you a few decks and a little bit of gameplay for specifically the new players, but hey, if you've been playing for a while, you still might not have all the cards, you know what I mean? So these are gonna be some great budget decks, specifically with the cards you get at the beginning and from pool 1, because that's where you start, right? Everybody gets from tier 1 to 14 and they start collecting their tier 1 cards, which I think stops at like tier 214, so it might take a while to get them. I'm gonna give you a couple decks, possibly a couple substitutions, show you how the decks work, let me know what you think of them, and let's get right into it. The two decks I have for you today are built for very, very fast games and very, very decisive wins. If you've played any other card game before, you're familiar with the term aggro and you're familiar with the term token. So this is the first deck. It is going to be a token deck. We have Ant-Man, Elektra, Hawkeye, Squirrel Girl, Nightcrawler, Rocket Raccoon, Angela, Captain America, Kazar, Blue Marvel, Onslaught, and America Chavez. It doesn't get better than this. Literally what you want to do with this deck is fill up as many spots as you can on the board and then in the game with a big bang with like Blue Marvel or Onslaught. America Chavez is in the deck just in case you don't draw your Onslaught and you just need a big card to play at the end, right? That 9 power, game changing. The most important things to note with this deck is there's 6 1-cost cards. There's 6 1-cost cards because Kazar gives your 1-cost cards plus 1 power, which is really hard to beat when you get to the once you get to the late game, especially if you combo that with Blue Marvel, right? So all of your cards are getting plus 2 power, and that's kind of crazy, especially if you have cards in literally all the locations. Captain America does the same thing. Your other cards at this location have plus 1 power, which is great. And then your Onslaught can double your Blue Marvel, it can double your Captain America, it can double your Kazar. It's just so good. You really can substitute whatever you want in this deck. You do want a lot of 1-drops though, and the most important card is Kazar because it gives all of your 1-drops plus 1 power. Without Kazar, the deck is missing a little bit of oomph, and I mean, like, you're not gonna draw it every single game anyways, but it is a staple in the deck. The second deck I got, big aggro vibes, and a little bit of discard too. I know a lot of people are like, why would you want to discard any of your cards? I understand, but a lot of the power makes up for it. Let me show you. So, Blade discards a card from your hand, right? But it's 3 power for 1. That's stronger than most of the 1-drops. Lady Sif, 4 power for a 3-drop, but it discards the highest cost card from your hand, which is good. Why? Apocalypse. If you get Apocalypse in your hand early, it discards and it comes back with plus 4 power. So you make sure you're not discarding any of the other cards in your deck. The combos are absolutely crazy. Swordmaster just discards a random card, but you get 6 power for a 3-drop, so like, who's really upset? Wolverine is in the deck because it can go crazy with any of those discard combos, right? As soon as you discard it from your hand, it gets played on the field, plus 3 power to whatever you just played. Ugh, nasty. Angela's in the deck because if you get to the late game, you still have a bunch of cards in your hand. You can play the Angela, play a bunch of cards behind it, give it a ton of buffs, which is a huge game changer. That swing on top of the fact that we have Nightcrawler in the deck is going to make it very hard for your opponent to discern where they want to play their cards, and you can move Nightcrawler at the end of the game too. We've added America Chavez in this deck as well for 2 reasons. 1, 9 power at the end of the game, super good, but 2, you can't discard it because you always draw this on turn 6 and not before, so it can't be discarded from your hand, and you actually don't have to worry. So it's like you're drawing from an 11-card deck the whole time, and obviously the smaller the deck you have, the more consistent it is. This deck doesn't have any specific substitutions. You can pretty much play whatever you want along with the Swordmaster, Lady Sif, etc, etc, etc. Apocalypse isn't necessary, but it's very good if you can start discarding it and getting it played on the board for 12 power, 16 power. It just goes kind of crazy. So those are the 2 decks we've got. Let's get into the gameplay, baby. Add a squirrel to each location. The game must know what deck we're playing. The game has to know what deck we're playing. Let's go with the Hawkeye over here. So we'll go Hawkeye. We'll probably go Angela turn 2. Oh, they're just passing on turn 1. Nice. So we're gonna get the Hawkeye buff as well as the Angela. Oh, Wakandan Embassy too. Oh goodness gracious, this is unfair. This is absolutely nuts, just totally unfair. I'm not sure really what I want to do here. I'll probably play the Squirrel Girl. Nah, maybe we just play the Ant-Man. That's kind of mana inefficient though. Captain America there kind of solidifies us winning the first location, I think. We'll see what happens. Playing something on the Danger Room, that is not what I expected. Oh, Sabretooth, if it dies, it goes back to hand. Okay, it did not go back to hand, which is actually really good. Let's play Rocket Raccoon, Squirrel Girl, and then we'll just hold on to the rest of the cards and see what we get. I don't want to fill up the locations too fast because we do have our big swing cards for the end of the game. Thinking very hard about this turn 4. I don't know. This dude seems confused. He's like, oh my god. See now, and if I run into a Killmonger, I'm gonna absolutely lose it. Oh, Enchantress. Okay, so Enchantress gets rid of my Captain America. That sucks. But remember, we have other ongoing cards in the deck. Ooh, baby. We'll play Kazar there because I really don't want it getting destroyed. And then we'll just throw down the Ant-Man. If the Ant-Man survives, phenomenal, and we're gonna get the America Chavez for the last turn. You guys let me know, do you want me to take out these pauses in gameplay? I feel like the games are so short it doesn't really matter, but if you don't like the pauses, I'll just remove them, because I don't have to leave them in there, because it's my video. Okay, show me what you got. Show me what you got. Oh, it killed. Red Skull could be a problem, but we're just gonna drop America Chavez and hope she doesn't get shot in the forehead. This is tough because I'm playing at a much higher level. Not necessarily at a much higher level, but I think I'm around what, level 40, maybe level 50 right now. So there's players with tons more cards than just pool 1. So I know I'm making decks for pool 1. I want to show you that they work at almost any level, but they are especially good when you're down in the lower ranks and you only have the pool 1 cards. Yeah, so like I could get hit with a Taskmaster here and it'll copy the 17 power of the Red Skull, and that would be very, very painful for me, and I would just lose on the spot. But you guys should not be running into Taskmaster. Taskmaster. You guys don't have to worry about that card. Am I getting BM'd? Am I getting rope BM'd in Marvel Snap? They really are a true savage. We did get hit with the Taskmaster, and we still get the dub. It doesn't even matter. Look, this deck, it's still getting wins. It's still getting wins, and I will show you where I'm at. Rank 54 right now. It's not super high for the season. For me, I think I've told you guys in previous videos, I've been playing this for a few months. But it's still getting wins, you know what I mean? So if you guys are in rank like in the 10s, 20s, even the 30s, this deck is chef's kiss. Game number 2, I wish I could ask him, like, are you the real Doomsday? Like, talk to me nice or don't talk at all. Let's see if we get a hit with the Rocket Raccoon. We already have Khazar in hand, which is phenomenal. Okay, the missing of the Rocket Raccoon, not too big of a deal. The Nova being played over here, kind of insane to me, but I guess we'll just go along with it. I'm gonna play the Squirrel Girl, and I'm gonna play the Electra over here. The reason I'm gonna do that is because if I can get the Nova to be gone before a lot of stuff is gonna get buffed by it, the better for me. So we're gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna say this every single video that I remember. Glowing border means my cards slip first. Don't forget that. My cards slip first. Super good. He gets no buffs off the Nova. I love it. The Rocket Raccoon misses everything. So good. I probably low-key might have wanted to kill the Sunspot instead of the Nova, but here we are. Let's play Captain America over here. So after turn 4, everything's gonna move to the right.
Avengers!
Assemble, yeah, super good. Carnage is gonna kill the Rocket Raccoon. I'm surprised about that, but it will buff the Sunspot a little bit as well. I don't know. I don't love to play. I don't hate to play either though. If I play the Khazar here, it moves over with everything else. If I play it here, it moves over with everything else. What do I want to make room for at the end of the game, right? Let's play Khazar there, and then we'll try to empty your hand this next turn and then get America Chavez on 6. Ooh, thing! That's a big boy. So if we don't draw our Captain Marvel, ooh, that's brutal. But on turn 6, I can move cards over here. We'll play everything, that way they get no hand. And since they get no hand, it means I basically know exactly what I have to do to win. I know exactly what I have to do to win because they're not gonna get any hand from me. I'm gonna get their 1 card, and they're gonna get nothing from me. So they'll have their 1 draw, and that'll be it. So I get Devil Dinosaur and then America Chavez. They have their one draw. We have lost the Biofrost. There's nothing we can do to win that. So I'm gonna play America Chavez. And then since I can't win the Biofrost, I'm just gonna move Khazar over here because it still keeps all of the buffs. It keeps all the buffs on the board.
Victory!
This deck is so good. It's literally so good. Oh man, if you get a chance to play this deck, let me know how you like it. I love it. You get to fill up the board, you get to buff everything. It's too bad I didn't get to draw my Captain Marvel, but that is a-okay. Now it's on to the second deck, baby. Okay, so now it's time to get aggro. Turn 1, I think turn 1 we just always play the Nightcrawler. Just play the Nightcrawler. Reason you don't play Blade is because you don't want to necessarily discard things if you can help it. If you can help it. If you can't help it, don't worry about it, right? Ooh, this is actually really interesting. I don't think I play anything, and I'll just wait till turn 3 to play Lady Sif, and it'll discard the Apocalypse. Oh, we got a Scorpion. Scorpion on board. That's, I mean, that sucks, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is. Oh, okay. Cool. No, this is really good. Oh, and we have the Angela, which means late game, like I told you guys earlier, we can play like Angela combined with a bunch of 1-drops and just buff it a lot, and they won't be expecting them. So Scorpion is a 2. This is, we'll just play Lady Sif here. It'll discard the Apocalypse for us. It'll be phenomenal. Oh, okay. Green Goblet. It's possible that we can still win with Apocalypse. That'll be tough. That'll be a tough one. Let's see what card we get off the X Mansion. Okay, Sunspot, decent. Okay, we got a Sentinel. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's not great. It's okay. But our Apocalypse has 11 power. That's like super good. I'm wondering, I can move this Nightcrawler? What if I move the Nightcrawler over here? Play the Angela here? And then I can, or we could not even do that. I can move the Nightcrawler here, play the Bishop, and then play the Rocket Raccoon over here. See if it hits. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Next turn's turn 5. What are we thinking turn 5? Turn 5, we can go 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just play the Bishop this turn. Kind of do a little fake out, right? We'll see what comes over down here. Okay, Jubilee. 1 power. And it's gonna draw, oh, America Chavez. That's pretty brutal, not gonna lie. Pretty brutal, not gonna lie. All right, let's go with Angela. Do I want to get rid of the Sunspot? I probably do want to get rid of the Sunspot. Go Electro to get rid of the Sunspot. I can go Ant-Man. I can go Blade over here. Hopefully the Blade hits the Apocalypse. Oh, Jane Foster's Store. I'm not sure what that's going to draw them. All right, Sunspot's down. 10 power there. This is going to be 0. It's going to buff that. We're going to have the Ant-Man, which is going to give this a buff as well. And then Ant-Man's going to go to 4. So we're winning by 2 there. It's not a ton. We lose the Rocket Raccoon instead of the Apocalypse. That's okay. Get the America Chavez, but Apocalypse is more. So this is going to give us plus 10 power over here. But we're already minus 4, right? So it's only going to give us plus 6 power? So I think we lose this game. I'm not going to snap. I'm only going to play for 2 cubes. I'm not really pressed if I lose. Not really pressed if I lose, but the deck did what it was supposed to do. The Green Goblin, you know what I mean? Green Goblin is a piece of work. We'll call it a piece of work. Jubilee pulling the America Chavez was painful, but it is what it is.
Opponent snapped.
I don't think I'm willing to lose 4 for it. I'm not willing to lose 4 for it, right?
Escape.
Because while we might have the right location locked up-ish, we're already losing this one, and this one's only off by 2. 6 cards in hand. Really hard to win that, so we'll just take our 1 cube loss. Super good starting hand for us. Super good starting hand for us. We can play the Blade. We don't have to play the Blade, though. We can always just hold out, you know, and wait for the Angela, but it's a 66% chance here that we discard something good. And this deck's supposed to be aggro, right? Tempo. We want to get the cards out with a lot of power fast. Knocks out the Apocalypse. Apocalypse is already at 12 power. Strong plays. Super strong plays. Cards here have negative 3 power. That is a problem. That's straight up. That's a problem. Because we can play the Angela over here, but we don't know what that is. So that could be also problematic for us. Let's just drop the Angela here. No 2 for them. It's gonna buff that. Okay, yeah, Sunspot's at 3. It's gonna be tough. If I draw... Ooh, on reveal effects happen twice at this location? That's nutty. I would really like to kill the Sunspot. Not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna actually do this and drop the Wolverine. Electro gets rid of the Sunspot. This is gonna get a buff on the Angelo. We'll drop the Wolverine over here. It's fine. We have no way to kill the Wolverine now. And we didn't get to play it for... Ooh. Nothing can be played there now, so that's actually pretty crazy. I actually have a crazy play here, right? So we'll play Lady Sif right here. And it's gonna discard Apocalypse. Apocalypse is gonna come back into hand, and it's gonna discard Apocalypse again. $20 power Apocalypse is decent, right? 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 Oh! This might be one of the most insane games I've ever played. He just drew through my whole deck. We have my whole deck in hand to play with. Whew, this is something else. I don't even know what I want to do. Hold on, let me think. This is gonna be one of the craziest games you ever see. Holy moly, what is happening right now? We have the Apocalypse that we can play for 20 over here, which wins that. What do we want to play over here? Probably just the Bishop, right? Yeah, we just want to play the Bishop and then 2 other cards. I don't even know. Let's play Nightcrawler and Ant-Man. Ooh, Hobgoblin. So we're guaranteed to lose the negative zone, but I was planning on losing the negative zone anyways. So now we have the Bishop over here. Bishop's gonna get buffed by the Nightcrawler and the Ant-Man. Final turn, we'll just move the Nightcrawler. Play the Apocalypse over here, right? Right? 3 cards in hand. I don't know. I could snap. I probably should snap here. His cards are gonna flip first. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on at this point. But we should be able to.
Snapped.
You disrespectful son of. You know my Apocalypse is that okay, and even if there's a Shang-Chi, yeah, go ahead, show me what you got. What a. You disrespect me? Dishonor on your family. Nah, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. But you see how we sort of just took this game over? We got rid of the Sunspot. We got Apocalypse up to 20 power. It's so strong. Both of these decks, super strong, super fun to play. They'll net you so many cubes so fast, man. Like I said, I'm playing these decks up in the 50 ranks, and they're still getting wins. Let me know what you guys think of the decks. Let me know if you've tried anything similar, if you would use any substitutes, anything like that. And don't worry, there's more decks coming out tomorrow. So stay happy, stay hungry, stay hydrated, drink your water. I just said stay hydrated. I meant stay in your own lane. I love you. You're beautiful. Have a phenomenal rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.